Hi there, lovers. 10 years ago, I made a video about the 5 biggest mistakes that men make in the bedroom. So here's a big question. Have guys gotten any better in the past decade? We're gonna find out the answers to that, but first, a word from our sponsor, Squarespace, read by my man, Jared Brady.
I'm here in beautiful Cyprus to shout out the sponsor of this video here, Squarespace. Now, Squarespace is an all-in-one platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Now, whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it so easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, sell anything from content to products to time, all in one place, all on your terms. So, go check out Squarespace. Go get that free trial. Start playing around. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/ShanBoody to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Again, that is squarespace.com/ShanBoody to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Now enjoy the rest of this video. I'm gonna stare at the Mediterranean Sea right now.
So before we begin, how did I come up with this top 5? I asked my hundreds and thousands of followers to just put in a type form what is their biggest gripe with people with penises when it comes to sex, and they just wrote. We then took that, ran through ChatGPT and said, turn this into a top 5, and voila. Here we go. Number 5, as the most complained about thing that women have when it came to having sex with men, was men who thought the vagina versus the clitoris was the star of the show. Now, while my hands are here, I gotta do this. Gentlemen, the fact that this is 5 on the list and not number 1 is a huge improvement, which means that men are improving their cliteracy, which essentially means their knowledge of the clitoris. The clitoris is a fantastic, incredible body part, the only known body part where its sole purpose is pleasure. It has over 8,000 nerve endings, and the clitoris is analogous to the penis, not the vagina. So in essence, when we are all born and we are embryos, we develop first as females, and it's not until week 12 where a certain gene turns on that then we start to see a differentiation in terms of genitals. At that point, the clitoris, which is like this, if the person is XY, becomes that. If they're XX, it stays like this. So again, the clitoris, not the vagina, is what is analogous to the penis. A better comparison from the vagina would actually be to the prostate, which is why colloquially sometimes the prostate is referred to as the female G-spot. Usually also because for majority of people with prostates, in order to get the most amount of pleasure, they're gonna need prostate plus penile stimulation. Similarly, people with vaginas may very much enjoy the feeling of their G-spot, their A-spot, even their cervix being stimulated, but usually in conjunction with some form of clitoral stimulation. Now, there's also a lot of researchers that believe that all pleasure, whether it be internal or external, is still clitoral. Since the clitoris is shaped like a wishbone, when we do have internal orgasms, instead of it being the G-spot, it may actually be the legs of the clitoris that are being stimulated, specifically for women who fall under what's called the rule of thumb, which in essence means that the tip of the clitoris to the opening of the vagina are about this far apart. For people who the distance is further, they may not receive that kind of internal pleasure that would lead to orgasm. This was a lot of information, so here's a quick, easy, rounded stat. Around 1/3 of women can experience orgasm from penetration alone. The other 2/3 require outer clitoral stimulation. The 4th biggest mistake that men make in the bedroom is speaking the wrong language altogether in the bedroom. What that tongue do doesn't just refer to what you do on the body, it's what you do within your own mouth. How you express what you like, how you make the experience more exciting, more pleasurable, because you're speaking the right language to the other person. Because let's clarify something. Dirty talk is just one form of erotic conversation. There's also praise kink. There's also more intimate conversation. There's emotional sharing, or there's asking the other person questions. There is being a tourist in the bedroom rather than a tour guide. Do you like that? Is that fast enough? Should I go harder? Do you want me to stay right here? Do you like it if I just rock back and forth? Or would you prefer if I moved it up and down? All of these questions can make a massive difference. And so can actually answering another question. Are you enjoying this? I know a lot of men tend to think that being silent is somehow in line with being masculine, but ladies like to know, do you like it? Give us a moan, a yelp, a gasp, a groan, a grunt, something. Give us something. But don't just take my word for it. Here's what some other ladies had to say.
I love me a vocal man in bed, but also aftercare. Talk to me about what you like. Talk to me about what you dislike. Like, it's a debrief, right? And having those conversations just makes the sex even better for me.
I've had experiences where men were silent, and for me, it felt really awkward because I felt like, are you enjoying this? Am I doing a good job? I love to hear a man moan. I love to hear a man like tell me they want more or like tell me to do things.
I wish men were more free to express themselves sexually, and for me, I love hearing a man moan.
The third biggest mistake that men make in the bedroom.
Don't mind me, I'm just here chilling on the beach. But while I chill here, let me tell you about Squarespace. Now, Squarespace is literally the only reason why we continue to upload here. They keep this channel alive, so thank you, Squarespace. Because if it wasn't for y'all, I don't know what would be on this channel. But here we are. So let me tell you everything I love about Squarespace. The Fluid Engine. Now listen to me, the Fluid Engine is the next generation website editor from Squarespace. It's never been easier for anyone to unlock unbreakable creativity. Choose your website starting point and customize every design detail with reimagined drag and drop technology. Squarespace Blueprint AI and CEO tools. Start a completely personalized website with the new guided design system, Squarespace Blueprint. Then easily launch your site and get discovered fast with integrated optimized CEO tools so you can show up more often and to more people and grow the way you want. Flexible payments. Make checkout seamless for your customers with simple but powerful payment tools. And in eligible countries, offer customers the option to buy now and pay later with Afterpay and ClearPay. Now listen, I'm telling you right now, there is nothing worse than wanting to buy something and the checkout is confusing, but Squarespace makes it easy. Now, if you're really curious, go to squarespace.com, start playing around, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/ShanBoody to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Again, that is squarespace.com/ShanBoody to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. So go check it out. Do me a favor. It might make you feel as blissful as I feel right now. Feels great.
The third biggest mistake that men make in the bedroom is assuming that technique is universal. You know what I'm talking about. When you go in there with your same 5, 6, 7, 8 that you did on your ex and the 5 partners before that, we can tell. We can tell when it's not custom and tailor-made and bespoke. Instead, when it's copy and pasted. Now, one surefire way to ensure that you're not repeating techniques is to ask questions. Another way is to do your research and come prepared. And lucky for you, I've got some tips for you. First and foremost, try this resource, OMGYes.com. According to OMGYes.com, when it comes to the clitoris, 71% of women liked orbiting, which meant touching around the clitoris versus directly on it. 64%, which is a little over half, liked layering. Instead of using direct pressure, they wanted to use surrounding skin or other objects between themselves and the clitoris. So that might mean a pillow. For others, that might mean using their labia majora. And 65% said, keep it consistent. We know that you've got a bunch of tongue tricks in your bag or someone told you to spell the alphabet, but some of us just like the letter D. Over and over and over and over, still not over, and over again. When it comes to penetration, 88% said they liked angling, which means shifting the hips to find the right spot. 76% preferred it when their partner rocked, just stayed inside, and gently swayed. And 73% said they loved it when their partner paired outer clitoral stimulation with penetration. If you want to explore this more, there is a beautiful resource called How Do You Want to Feel During Sex by sex educator Yancy. It helps you and your partner name the physical sensations you want to feel. And in my full community, there's a version that also explores the emotional tone you might be looking for. You can also check out my video on 7 types of orgasms. And if you want to go deeper into techniques, Bliss Club is a great one to flip through with your partner. It is beautifully illustrated and so much fun to flip through. Getting down to the wire, guys, the second biggest mistake that women said men make during sex is sensitivity to feedback. We know nobody likes when the red marker comes out, but that red marker is an opportunity for growth, for a better experience in the future, or just for a better time right here, right now. Embrace the red marker. As a matter of fact, ask for it. Play naughty school teacher in role playing and say, let me know what I'm doing wrong, and if it's not good enough, spank me. Maybe that's too much for you, but nonetheless, the feedback loop is integral, not just for having good sex in the moment, but for creating a culture going forward that will benefit your sex life for decades to come. Because guess what, guys? The only thing constant in this world is change. So if you are not currently in tune with your partner by asking them, what beat are they on? What rhythm suits them today? You're gonna find yourself out of rhythm, out of sync, and then out of somebody to fuck. So it behooves you to want to get correction. And when you do, even if it stings, put on a brave face. Pull out your Leonardo DiCaprio. Make it seem as if you really wanted to hear that you're interested in hearing that. And then meditate on it. Go to the beach and to the sea and let the waves speak to you. And then come back better and stronger and more informed next time. All right, here we are at number 1. The biggest mistake that men make during sex, as reported by women, rushing. Y'all are rushing too much. You got places to go, people to see, we get it. But good things take time, and sex definitely tops that list. Give us 4 play, not 1 play, not 2 play, not 3 play. Give us 4. As a matter of fact, give us 40 play. 40 minutes is a fine amount of time to aim for. And if you're thinking to yourself, don't most guys know this? Trust me, they don't.
What actually is a turnoff for me is somebody not taking their time with me because it makes me feel like don't care about the connection part.
In my experience, mimicking what you see in porn is not good. Slow down.
How would you feel about a hand job with no lubrication? No lube, no spit, no nothing. That's how it feels.
I know you're excited. I'm excited as well, but let's take our time.
And just like warm me up.
Foreplay is essential for a couple of reasons. One, especially in long-term relationships where we have many different roles in each other's lives, it could take a moment to switch from our day-to-day role to our nighttime, more frisky role. This is why I invented something called turn-on triggers, which essentially is a lubricant that allows you and your partner to get into the same mood at the same time. By knowing each other's turn-on triggers, you allow the other person's brain to say, oh, okay, now it's time to flip over to sexy time. Let me get things in gear. The second reason why foreplay is essential, it's because it enhances pleasure. In order for the body to become fully aroused, it takes anywhere from 12 to 20 minutes, regardless of if you have a vulva or a penis. This is time for the blood flow to increase, for the vagina to elongate, for everything to become fully erect, for things to become wet, for things to be more pleasurable, more comfortable, more enjoyable. And oftentimes too, the more time that you spend during foreplay, the less time that you actually have to spend during core play to get to those maximum sensations. So especially people with vulvas who tend to struggle to reach orgasm in a time that they feel comfortable with, giving your partner the gift of more foreplay can actually help them reach that goal so much faster. So you spend more time doing the other things, the kissing, the licking, the touching, the teasing, the playing, the massaging, the biting, the drawing. Yes, the drawing. As a matter of fact, that's one other thing I want to share. The Kama Sutra is a book that many people think of as a book about positions, but it's really about a book for an elevated, more pleasureful way of life. And it has so many tips about foreplay, specifically how lovers can up their game and become the best anyone has ever had without inserting a single thing into another person's body, just by the preparation, by the showmanship of it. And I actually created a line of jewelry with sex educator Seema Anand that was inspired by what we learned about foreplay from the Kama Sutra. This line is called Kama, and it was designed by Sir Mai. Each individual piece gives you clues for different ways to enhance pleasure and also to enhance the experience, the buildup of getting to pleasure. Because the buildup, guys, you know, as they say in life, the journey is sometimes the most fun part. But again, because this was the #1 complaint that women had, I want you to hear it directly from them so you never forget it.
The key to amazing sex is being attuned to what your partner likes and knowing yourself as well, right? So ladies, let's advocate for us. But also men, give us some time, pay attention to our body and ask questions.
Take your time with me. I actually had sex with a guy yesterday and it was so good. I haven't had sex like that in a while. Like, it usually feels rushed. So take your time if you want them to come back.
So there you have it. Those are the top 5 2025 biggest mistakes that men make in the bedroom. If you can avoid these, you will avoid being on anyone's naughty list. Unless, of course, that's what they're into. Speaking of into, if you want to know what the top 5 mistakes that women make during sex, we're going to get into that next month. See you then.